Hey guys, Max here from Crakanthorp, and today I'm going to walk you through something that I see almost every single brand that I work with get wrong. Almost every brand that I've ever worked with in Google Ads is so incredibly restricted in their Google Ads account structure that they are missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars of conversions. And what I want to show you today is how to break that restriction and make sure that you really are targeting all of the right people at all of the right stages of the Google Ads marketing funnel, as you can see right here. Now, I'm just going to minimize this down for you guys and let's get right to it. Now, as I was saying, the biggest issue that I see in Google Ads is I'll jump into an account and find that they're only targeting a very, very small subset of people who already know about their brand or already want exactly their product. Now, this is absolute bottom of funnel traffic, right? It's at the very bottom of the marketing funnel, and it's pretty much people who are bound to buy regardless, right? And this is most of the time found in branded traffic. So when we separate it down, you can see right here, I have this full Google Ads marketing funnel, which I'll break down in a moment. But if we break this down into what people are targeting, what I see in most accounts, they are targeting one tiny subset of the entire potential traffic in the account. And this is just such a major issue because you really are missing out on so much potential traffic, so many potential customers, and usually at a potentially cheaper cost as well. So what I'm going to show you guys is the structure you need and what kind of campaigns you need to achieve that structure within Google Ads to capture all of the potential traffic in your industry. So starting off with, let's start at the bottom of the funnel because this is the place where I see most accounts targeting. And let's just make sure that we get it right before moving on to any of the other more complex stages of the funnel. So first of all, like I said, what I see the most is branded search campaigns. Now, these are great. Don't get me wrong. I love a branded search campaign. I love a branded campaign, branded shopping campaigns as well. As you can see down here, shopping campaigns typically involving branded traffic. Branded traffic is great. There's many reasons why. Some people hate it. I love it. First of all, it gives Google an enormous amount of data on how to optimize your account. The more people you have coming through at extremely cheap branded traffic and producing all this data for Google, telling Google, hey, these are the customers I want more of in my store, in my website, coming through my campaigns. It just gives Google a really good source of high quality data on who to target. Aside from that, it's just free traffic, almost free traffic, extremely cheap traffic because you have such a high quality score when betting on your own branded keywords. And beyond that, it's very useful for protecting yourself from competitor attempts to steal your traffic, right? So if competitors are bidding on your brand name, you need to make sure that you're showing up first and you're not losing your traffic to those pesky competitors. And that's what a branded search campaign is. It's a search campaign that targets just your branded terms. So if your name is Peter's Pans and you sell frying pans, you need to have a branded campaign that is targeting searches for Peter's Pans. You want to be careful though, you don't want to be targeting Peter Pan or you're going to get a lot of irrelevant searches. That's done with negative keywords. That's a topic for another day. But basically, just make sure you're targeting all of the terms that are relevant specifically to your brand. So it's usually your brand name, specific products that maybe only you sell, and those products in combination with your brand name as well is another one. So just make sure that you're capturing all that traffic at a really low cost typically to make sure they're coming to the right store. Now, aside from just branded traffic, there are many other opportunities at the bottom of the funnel. We have bottom of funnel search campaigns for not specifically branded terms. So this may be, like I said, once again, the Peter's Pans example. Let's say you sell frying pans, right? Let's say you sell a very specific aluminum 10-inch frying pan, right? Let's go with that example. Now, if you have a customer on the web searching for aluminum 10-inch frying pan, there may be several stores that sell that one, but it's a very high intent search because you have the exact product that you're looking for and you want to be showing up at the top of that search. And that's typically what a bottom of funnel search campaign is. Also, shopping campaigns can also be used for this. Now, this distinction between search and shopping is that search is a typical text ad. So you'll be showing up in the search results of Google with a few headlines, followed by a couple of descriptions, and maybe an image on the side here. Now, when you have a shopping campaign, that's instead a big image showing with a price here, reviews perhaps here, and then a couple of little details below. So the shopping ads are far more geared towards getting a immediate purchase, getting an instant conversion. So shopping ads are typically your friend if you're an e-commerce store. When it comes to lead gen, you just want to be focusing on these search ads here, making sure that you're showing up for the exact service that this person's looking for. You also got PMAX campaigns in here. Now, PMAX loves to target easy traffic. So if you have branded traffic, if you have remarketing traffic, which we'll come to later, PMAX is almost always going to target it preferentially. That's because PMAX is Google's baby, and Google wants to be getting apparent good results for you. It wants to show you big numbers that result from their campaign because it makes them look good. So PMAX often does focus on bottom of funnel traffic. I don't hate on PMAX. I think when it's done right, it can work really well, but only in a specific number of circumstances should you really use PMAX. But these are your major options for targeting bottom of funnel traffic: branded search, bottom of funnel search, shopping, and PMAX. Now, let's move into the middle of the funnel here. We can see that in the middle of the funnel, we have middle of funnel search campaigns, shopping campaigns, video campaigns, and PMAX campaigns. So middle funnel search, let's say, once again, back to the Peter's Pans example, you have someone now who's instead searching for perhaps a aluminum pan, not a 12-inch aluminum pan, just an aluminum pan, right? This is someone who's probably interested in purchasing a pan, but not certain yet, right? They're looking at their options, but they are looking for a product, right? That is what would typically fall into your middle of funnel search campaign. These are people who have some level of intent, but aren't fully ready to buy it. Now, you want to be targeting that, again, like I said, with search ads, but also with your shopping ads. Very likely that if you had a shopping listing on Google Merchant Center for a 12-inch aluminum pan, you would be showing up for a search query of aluminum pan. So you'll also be showing in those shopping campaigns there. Make sure, if you can, to distinguish your middle of funnel search and shopping from your bottom of funnel search and shopping. These should be entirely separate when possible, just so you can really maximize your analytics, right? You're going to have a much better idea of the conversion rate between the two campaigns and get a much better idea of where it's worth investing more money. Obviously, you'll have more traffic from the middle of funnel, but you won't have as high intent as you would in a bottom of funnel campaign with less traffic. So there's sort of a trade-off you got to make there, and you have to decide where it's worth investing more money. And you can do that effectively when you have segmentation between the two different campaigns. Video campaigns are great as well. This can be YouTube Shorts or long-form YouTube videos. When we're looking at middle of funnel, honestly, video campaigns can apply to any stage of the funnel. You can be showing them in a remarketing sense, which we'll get to later, or you could be showing them in just a very broad, sort of cold, new customer targeting sense, right? And these video campaigns are very similar. If you're working with YouTube Shorts, incredibly similar to TikTok, Meta. If you already have creatives from those platforms, you can bring them straight on over to Google and run them in Shorts and probably get some pretty good results. I've seen some fantastic results with YouTube Shorts lately. I think it's a completely untapped gold mine for Google. So anyone out there who hasn't used YouTube Shorts yet, give it a go. It's going to be a good experience for you, most likely. And then aside from YouTube Shorts, we got long form videos as well, can typically produce good performance when done right. Creative is king, really. When it comes to both the long form and the short form videos on YouTube, creative truly is the biggest lever you can pull when it comes to getting results. There are levels of targeting you can do as well to try and improve your targeting and get a higher conversion rate, but make sure that you really do have a strong creative structure, which is something we will cover in another video. PMAX campaigns, like I said, they sit at pretty much every stage of the funnel, right? So although they like to focus on that easy to acquire traffic, sometimes they do venture out a bit further. If you give them specific modifications to instruct it, you can get a bit more of a prospecting PMAX. So it may move into that middle funnel, top of funnel area, but it's pretty ubiquitous across all levels of the funnel. Finally, top of funnel. Not finally, actually, we've got remarketing next, but top of funnel. We have, like I said, YouTube ads. These are probably the biggest opportunity in top of funnel, right? You can reach such an enormous number of people at a very low cost, especially with YouTube Shorts, right? Again, I sound like a broken record, but Shorts is absolutely fantastic at the moment. Such a big opportunity. Yeah, like I said, you can reach a huge amount of people like you can on Meta or TikTok, but the advantage of Google is you have Google's very advanced targeting mechanisms, right? Google's algorithm and AI has so much data on your customers and it knows exactly who to target. And when it comes to using this, leveraging this right in your YouTube Shorts, it can just really produce fantastic results. So I implore you, please use YouTube Shorts to target those real top of funnel people who are unaware of your products, really. They may not know of your products, or they may know of your products, they just haven't heard of you, right? Anyone that just isn't familiar with you or your brand, show them some videos, get them converting. Demand gen is another potential campaign type for top of funnel. Now, this includes YouTube ads, a couple of display options, and a few other things. It's mainly targeted towards trying to find new customers for your brand. I don't use demand gen an enormous amount, but I think it has its use cases. I've been investigating some new strategies in demand gen with YouTube Shorts, and I will report back with the data once I have that one. But there certainly is potential in there. Display ads as well. You can run cold targeting display ads, so non-remarketing display ads, just spray and pray, whether it's shopping listings or just general static display ads all over the internet. Get a good potential out there to just get people seeing them on websites, again, at a pretty cheap cost. And then finally, we've got top of funnel search campaigns. These ones are usually the last thing I employ, to be honest. It's typically fairly low intent searches. Can work better when paired with like an advertorial or like a sales page. It's stuff more like, if we're going back to Peter's Pans, it's like best pans on the market, right? A search like that, right? There's not a whole lot of intent. There is buying intent, right? But it's just a very broad search. Like these people don't really know exactly what they want. They know they want a pan, but like it's still pretty broad. So when you have terms like that, you probably have to do a bit more convincing. You're probably unlikely to get an immediate sale. And that's where the top of funnel search comes in. All right. Now, those are all the particular campaign types for each level of the funnel. And now we also have remarketing. Now, remarketing can be very, very lucrative when done right. Like I said, if you have a PMAX campaign running, it's probably doing some remarketing for you. And that is all automatic, essentially. PMAX will just try and find people and show them the same ad over and over again and try and get them to convert. You also have the option of display remarketing. Can work fantastic. Just running a display campaign, remarketing to website visitors, potentially people who've added to cart, begun checkout, but not converted, right? Even can be remarketing to converters if you have a multi-purchase product, right? If you have something that you purchase more than once, you can be remarketing to converters to try and get another purchase out of them. And then video remarketing. Now, this is like YouTube Shorts, but on crack. It's fantastic, right? It's like, it's all the performance you can get from YouTube Shorts top of funnel, but just maximized, right? You're showing ads to people who already know about you, giving them some crazy creatives, big call to actions, big offers, everything that makes them want to come back in and buy from you. Huge potential there. YouTube Shorts and even long form video remarketing, give it a go. That is all the levels of funnel along with remarketing and the campaign types you need to be using to maximize your performance in Google Ads. Now, you don't need every single one of these campaigns running. In fact, I don't suggest you get all these campaigns running. I suggest you start with if you have a smaller budget, which we'll come into in a sec, at the bottom of funnel focus. Now, when it comes to budgets, like I just mentioned, as your budget expands, you want your funnel to expand, right? Now, the reason for this is because if you only have $100 to spend on ads, would you rather show it to people who know nothing about you, or would you rather show it to people who know nothing about you and maybe want to buy from you, or would you show it to people who are looking for the exact products that you're selling? Right? Probably the latter. So you want to be focusing initially on the bottom of funnel if you have a low budget. This allows you to feed Google as much data as possible in the early stages and really just capitalize on that high ROAS, right? Even if you got some branded traffic in there, don't make it fully branded. We don't want just branded traffic coming in. That's not very conducive to new customer acquisition, right? Make sure you have some bottom of funnel search, non-branded search, and then also some shopping campaigns. Just make sure you get a bit of non-branded out there. Start spinning up with that low budget, and then start progressing further outward as you get some more budget, right? Although the clicks in the top of funnel and the impressions are cheaper, the problem is you need a far greater volume of them before you get a conversion, right? And you typically need to invest a fair bit of money in the top of funnel strategy and campaigns to really get it rolling effectively. So only moving into that when you have the capacity to do so would be my recommendation. And then obviously middle budget in the middle of funnel, and like I said, high budget and at the top of funnel. That is pretty much everything you need as far as account structure goes. Obviously, there's a lot of intricacies when it comes to setting up the campaigns, search, shopping, video, PMAX, et cetera, and we'll dive into that in future videos. But for now, I wanted to lay these foundations for you and give you a very clear idea of where we're going to be going when it comes to setting up the account and exactly how to grow in an effective manner. That's all from me today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you at the next one.